I'm Frank, and this is Vicky.
Hello.
We had started the Joseph's Hope Scholarship Fund a while back in honor of our son, Joseph, who passed away in 2011. He was 27 years old. The whole concept of scholarships for young adults is something that really speaks to us. We really love the idea of helping out young adults like yourself who are challenged with epilepsy, but aspire to get into secondary education. This is something that's really pretty important to us.
Welcome to our virtual concert with Almost the Cure. Board member Frank Salituro has gathered his bandmates for an evening of rock and roll to benefit Epilepsy Foundation New England and the Emergency Assistance Fund. Just a little over 3 months after forming Almost the Cure, they played their first gig in May of 2018 at the Battle of the Biotech Bands, where they raised $15,000 for Epilepsy Foundation New England and the Joseph's Hope Scholarship Fund. This year, we awarded 22 scholarships in the amount of $28,000, thanks to efforts by this band. Members of Almost the Cure are determined to be great citizens, bridging their pharmaceutical day job experience with the broader community of charitable organizations and foundations by using their voices and music, which includes the likes of Led Zeppelin, Lenny Kravitz, Tom Petty, Janis Joplin, Aerosmith, just to name a few, while raising funds for people in need. Check out the link in the description of this video to learn more about the band and to contribute to this year's emergency fund to help those in need in our epilepsy community. Let's hear it. Almost the Cure, take it away.
Well, almost the cure, huh? I would say there's nothing almost to what I just saw. Excellent musicianship, a really great, strong Runnin beat, and those two lead singers, boy, they were terrific. It's super fun to watch. Andy?
Here's what I have to say. Let's all just throw our hair around like this. You are awesome. You know what? Those two really had presence, they had sass, and that group was tight and rehearsed. Let's hear it for them. Amazing.
Too much to keep me satisfied. Trying to work for my money. battle in your head can't rule your heart. A feeling so much stronger than a thought. Your eyes are wide, and though your soul it can't be bought, your mind can wonder. Hello, hello, hola. We're at a place called Vertigo. Don't stop. Everything I wish I didn't know, but you give me something I cannot feel. The night is full of holes as bullets hit the sky of ink with gold. They twinkle as the boys they rock and roll. They know that they can't dance, at least they know he can't stand the beat. She's asking for the check. Girls with crimson nail, Jesus round the neck, swinging to the music, swinging to the music. Oh, 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 oh. Hello, hello, hola. We're at a place called Vertigo. Don't stop. It's everything I wish I didn't know, except you give me something I cannot feel. Checkmated, transformed. Oh, you're made in there. Now all of this can be yours, and all of this can be yours. All of this can be yours. Just give us what we want. No one gets hurt. Hello, hello, hola. We're at a place called Vertigo. Lights go down and all I know that you give me something I cannot feel. Love teaching me how. Oh, love is teaching me how to live.
So the virtual concert is just around the corner. What are you guys most looking forward to in getting back together as a band?
Just
So much
whatever
fun.
it is that we do, the passion we put into the songs that we play is for the better good. And every time we come together to do that, it reinforces that. And I think it also reinforces our passion for it.
faith to the sticking pole. I think I'm paranoid, manipulated. I think I'm paranoid, too complicated.
Frank, how did you get involved with Epilepsy Foundation New England and the Scholarship Fund?
It really started with my son Joseph, our oldest son Joseph, and it was without too many details. It was back in his high school year, his senior high school year. He was having some issues, and basically we woke up one morning and he was in a full-blown seizure. And retrospectively, he had probably been having a lot of these seizures in his sleep, and maybe even some things during the day, these absent seizures from when he was just a little toddler. But we never really thought much of it. But when we found him in a full-blown seizure, that was pretty definite. So it was a tough time then. We started going to doctors, and we tried essentially we were trying to find every reason to think that it was not epilepsy, that it was something else. There was some other medication that he was on for this or for that. But he had epilepsy, and we really just came to terms with it. And he responded really well to medication, so was seizure-free for a while. And he was in his senior year, so he was applying to colleges. He got into college, did a couple years in Tampa, and then came back up here and got a degree in aviation mechanics. He was a certified FAA mechanic. And so when that was really apparent, during those early years, so late high school and early college, that he was dealing with this, we started looking into the Epilepsy Foundation. And we learned about, and this was really mostly Beck, I should say. She was learning about different fundraising events. Maybe we should do a walk, maybe we should do this, do that. And we finally had gotten to the point of, let's do a walk. The next one we're gonna do, we'll do a walk. And we had gotten him interested in doing it. But it was shortly thereafter that he passed in January of 2011. How are we helping the folks in the foundation? And what really started to speak to us the more we thought about things was, looking back on the fact that Joseph, even though he had these challenges, was able to get into college. He went to college, he got his degree, had a great job when he passed. And it sounds a little strange saying it, but in that respect, he was really kind of one of the lucky ones. So it really started to speak to us the potential to help some of these young adults achieve these goals. And so we started to direct everything towards scholarship and now towards also some emergency funds.
It was a beautiful day. The sun beat down. I had the radio on, and I was driving. Trees went by, supernatural woman, a supernatural freak. I don't know what you're doing. You got me feeling weak. Oh, I wanna call you fever, baby, so you can set a fire on me. Hot damn, popping like a pistol popper. I got you down on your knees, singing, please. I'm coming, baby. I'm running for you. Hey, I'm running, shoot my shot tonight. Coming, baby. I'm running for you. Pull my trigger, let me blow your mind. Your red leather rocket, your little foxy queen. Everybody's watching, you pretty little thing. Oh, tell me what's your fantasy? Come close and let's talk about it. You want bright lights, limousines with cream, and everything in between. Yeah, I'm coming, baby. I'm running for you. Hey, I loaded, I shoot my shot tonight. I'm coming, baby. I'm running for you. Pull my trigger, let me blow your mind. Coming, baby. I'm running for you. Hey, I'm loaded. Shoot my shot tonight. Coming, baby. I'm running for you. Pull my trigger, let me blow your mind. All right.
How did you guys first get involved with music, and maybe who are some of your artists that you gain inspiration from?
When we first started the original iteration of the band, Sage Against the Machine, we had such a wild variety of tunes that had kind of come from former iterations of the band before I joined it. And, it was good and it was fun to have diversity. But I think that the thing about this band that is just so incredible is that we've really honed our style. And we're now like 100% this type of band. We are a rock band, and we feel that all of us connect so much to every single song that I think that improves the way we play and perform it.
It really shows too. What about you, Matthew? Who are you gaining some inspiration from?
For me, I started playing drums when I was 15 in high school, because that was the quickest way to belong to the cool crowd. And also I was way too lazy to learn how to read music, so that was the obvious choice for me, and it turned out that that was okay. That seemed easy, and I haven't been very creative in my musical choices, because one of the first albums I bought was, I think, Led Zepp 2 and Led Zepp 4, and I was still playing in a Zeppelin cover band until 6 months ago. So I have a very horizontal evolution in my music taste. I think, the first two albums I ever purchased were Zeppelin and Iron Maiden back then, and that hasn't changed much ever since. And I tend to compensate a certain paucity of style by hitting harder, and that usually does the trick for drummers. Like, you just have to do it really hard if you're not sure of what you're doing. that usually translates very well with the audience. at least they acknowledge the effort, you know, if not the quality. So Giovanni, what's your story?
I started at 15 as well. A band came to play in school for some strange reason I cannot really fathom, because the principal was an extremely conservative, backward person. I don't understand why he invited a rock band to play with the kids. And to me, they just looked fantastic, great. And they said, okay, I want to play some instrument. For some reason, I had a guitar at home, so I started playing with that. You know, AC/DC, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, and then I branched out from AC/DC. You go obviously to Led Zeppelin, and from Led Zeppelin you go to the Stones. From the Stones you go to Elvis, and blah blah blah. Yeah. So I cannot really cite a single influence. I listen to a lot of different stuff, from Chuck Berry all the way to Savages, Gossip, and stuff like that. But I listen to a lot of classic rock because that's where guitars are usually used more.
I know for me, it definitely starts and ends with the Boss and Springsteen.
Yes.
Probably been to a dozen shows and traveled all over the country to see him. So, yeah, classic rock is obviously a huge influence on all of us, and you definitely see that passion come out through your music.
Oh, wow. So I'm very eclectic when it comes to music. Music started for me when I was very young. So we had music around the house all the time, the radio. My dad was a big music buff. He actually brought home a jukebox one day. If you can imagine what that's like, being a kid and, understanding, okay, this is a radio, this is a stereo, and then one day this whole machine just comes into your living room, and it's full of records and they're spinning around. You can pick whatever one you want, all this stuff. So that in and of itself was intriguing and amazing. And I want to say that I guess like the old Motown tunes, the Temptations, Marvin Gaye, Diana Ross and the Supremes, Al Green, those were some of my dad's, Bobby Womack, those were some of his favorites. So that's kind of what I was listening to growing up.
I'm so happy, 'cause today I find my friends, they're in my head. I'm so ugly, that's okay, but so are you. We broke our beat. Sunday morning is every day for all I care, and I'm not scared. Light my candles in a daze, 'cause I found my
We want to also congratulate you that we have awarded you a scholarship, and I'm happy today to tell you that we're awarding you a $1,000 scholarship. We also want to congratulate you that we have awarded you a scholarship for this coming year. We want to congratulate you because we have actually awarded you a $1,000 scholarship for the next coming school year. We really hope that it'll help you out in your continuing education.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
You're welcome. Oh my God.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much. I don't have to say it. Thank you.
For you. You're welcome.
Amazing. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
To congratulate you actually in that we have granted you a scholarship for next year, next year's semester coming up.
Thank you very much. Thank you I love the backstory and the motivation that you guys have for this.
Thank you. It's been really important. It's been really important, and seeing it help young adults out has been extremely rewarding.
It will help for sure. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alex Kelly. First, I want to say, hi, Dad. He didn't know I was given this fantastic opportunity to speak at this wonderful event, so surprise. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody who was involved in the New England Epilepsy Foundation and the New England Epilepsy Foundation Scholarship. So thank you so much for the love and support. I also want to thank Frank and Vicky Salituro for letting the Joseph's Hope benefit go on, even during these struggling times of the pandemic. It's great that we can still all get together and enjoy this event. This scholarship, it means so much to me, and it's helping me so much in my college years. I learned about this scholarship when I was 18 years old, it was in my senior year of high school. I wasn't given as many opportunities as others to get other scholarships such as sports because of my epilepsy. So learning about this scholarship has been helping me so much in my college years. It's helping me pay for tuition and books, but it's not only helping me financially. Learning about this scholarship and the Epilepsy Foundation in general has opened my eyes of meeting new people and being more interested and more involved in this foundation. I've met so many strong and brave women, such as Shonda and Joy. Shout out to you. I've also been able to be more involved in teen group meetings and meeting other people who are kind of in the same situation that I am. And this has let me open my eyes and realize that I am not alone. We're all not alone. We are a team that will keep fighting and fight our journey. And we are in this together. I don't want anybody to forget that. Thank you so much for the scholarship and the event. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Holden Tebow. I'm 20 years old. I've had epilepsy for 8 years now. I'm finishing up with my second year of college at Northern Vermont University. The New England Epilepsy Foundation has been a great resource and a tool for me. And now going on to my second scholarship from them. I thank them for all the help they've helped me with throughout my school year and throughout life pretty much. But yeah.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Bridget. I wanted to say how much the foundation means to me. I'm very appreciative of the outreach efforts of the EFNE and their work spreading epilepsy awareness. The world needs to be reminded that people with epilepsy are no different than anyone else, but have to face challenges that fortunately others do not have to face firsthand. Getting to know others with my condition has given me a sense of community. It has been so much fun going to events like the walk and YLN meetings and getting to know so many nice people. This scholarship is important to me because it will support me through college and medical school. I was diagnosed with epilepsy at 3 years old and ever since have wanted to be a pediatric neurologist who specializes in epilepsy. I feel that my personal experiences will allow me to have a greater understanding of what my patients are going through. This scholarship will financially support me on that journey. Thank you again for your generosity.
paradise city where the grass is green and everything's pretty. Take me home. Take me down to a paradise city where the grass is green and everything's pretty. Take me home. yeah, with me. Singing, I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Wanna take some time and dance with me. Ow! He smiled so I got up and asked for his name. That don't matter, he said, 'cause it's all the same. He said, can I take you home where we can be alone? And next we're moving on. He was with me, yeah, me. And next we're moving on. He was with me, yeah, with me. Singing, I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come on, take some time and dance with me. Ow! Said, can I take you home where we can be alone? And next we're moving on. He was with me, yeah, me. And we'll be moving on, singing that same old song, yeah, with me. Singing, I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come on, take some time and dance. I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come on, take some time and dance. I love rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come on, take some time and dance with me. Rock and roll. Put another dime in the jukebox, baby. I love rock and roll. Come on, take some time and dance with me.
So if you're just tuning in, we're joined by Frank, Blair, Matthew, and Giovanni from Almost the Cure. And Frank, one thing that you touched upon is those scholarships. So this year we're really pleased that Epilepsy Foundation New England is able to award 22 scholarships in the amount of $28,000 thanks to this
great.
band's efforts
All right.
in concerts and fundraising. So can you just speak about the scholarships that the fund has been able to award over the years and what that means to you, Vicky, and the whole foundation?
You know, it's really important to be doing things that are really meaningful for you, and for us, just knowing now how, like I just said, how determined some of these kids are to achieve their goals and to get into school, and also to understand as well that, you know, their condition can really raise some challenges, and part of it is financial. So just being able to help them out to achieve what they want to achieve, or at least get started at it, is super rewarding, and it's super important. And ultimately, I think Joseph would have wanted this. I think he would have been our biggest fan.
Oh my gosh, there's no doubt he's with us at every performance, you know? No doubt. It's triple rewarding. We get to benefit people who need scholarships. We get to be that gift for them. We get to practice our own craft, and we get to actually just see how audiences thrive from it and react off the energy from it.
We do after, so then we have those smaller settings like you was talking about at the Bull Run, where we actually have, you know, some of the kids come out, you know, who are the recipients of, you know, of the different scholarships and things, and to see the joy that it brings them and the appreciation from their families, and the kind of emotion that it incites and brings. Like, you remember last year, there was a young man who he actually took that moment to thank his family. You know what I mean? And so, so it's good in so many ways. You know, it's good. It's good for people. It's good to people. You know, and it only makes us feel good and feel better better and better every year, every time we think about what song we're going to do next, every time we think about what event we're going to do next, we just feel better and better about it. And it's just hard to put into words because, like I said, it's just good all around and good in so many different ways, all the ways you can imagine. It's exactly what people should be doing every day in every way of life. So
this year, especially with COVID-19, everyone's been hit by some difficult and unusual circumstances, and we're usually fundraising for these scholarships. Can you speak about the change to fundraise this year for emergency aid?
Yeah, so over the years, and really mostly over the recent year and a half or so, well, maybe just to backtrack a little bit, because this really is entrenched in the band's work, and being able to raise the kind of money that we've been raising has really helped us out to sort of expand things out a little bit beyond scholarships. So in the past year and a half or so, a little bit of what we've raised over the years has gone to help families who are experiencing some challenges due to epilepsy in their family. In the past, it's typically been more around holiday times where some really sad stories. People can't afford some groceries, or they don't have heating oil, or they need money for rent. So we had learned about the emergency fund that the Epilepsy Foundation had to help some of these people out. And it's really kind of heartbreaking to hear that a lot of people, they had to turn away.
Please, gonna spread the disease because I'm gonna call all the shots for the no's and the nots because I wanna. Ask me once, I'll answer twice, that's all I know, I'll tell because I wanna. Sound device and lots of ice, I'll spell my name out loud because I wanna. Oh yeah! Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you. You look so fine that I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need money with a face like that, do you, honey? Long brown hair, he's so sweet with his big black stare. Oh, I can see you home with me, but you won't resolve for the world, yeah. And I know that we ain't got much to say before I let you get away, yeah. I said, are you gonna be my man? Now 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. Oh, you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. Now 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need money with a face like that, do you, honey? Big black boots, got long brown hair, and he's so sweet with his big black stare. I can see you home with me, but you were with some other woman. And I know that we ain't got much to say before I let you get away. I said, are you gonna be my man? Good-looking mama never was around. She grew up tall, she grew up bright, with the Indiana boys on the Indiana nights. Well, she moved down here at the age of 18. Knew the boys and girls more than they'd seen. I was introduced, we both started moving. Instead of digging, baby, I got to keep moving. Keep moving on. Last dance, Mary Jane. One more time to feel the thing. Oh, I feel summer breathing in and out. Tired of this time again.
if you're just joining us, we're joined by a few of the members from Almost the Cure, Frank and Giovanni on guitar, Blair on vocals, and Matthew on drums. And one thing Frank and Blair, you guys touched on was the battle of the biotech bands and sort of the bio industry. And you guys have played in many events and different concerts over the years. I especially love the 2018 battle at the Royale in Boston. What are, some of your favorite moments and events that the band's performed in?
Well, I think that just any event that we play where the mission is raising money for people who need it in whatever capacity is my favorite. So in essence, Battle of the Bands is one of my favorites just because of the fact that we're able to raise so much money for these kids to get scholarships to go to school. And also it's wonderful to kind of reconnect with everyone in the biotech industry who are all working towards something really noble and raising funds for something really charitable.
Because we always have such a great time on stage, whether it's on, let's face it, the big stage at the Royale
It's pretty sweet.
is amazing. It's really crazy. But then, we were at the Bull Run last year. We were just
that was fun.
Standing tight together in a little corner, and man, was that really good.
But I will say this, that every EFNE function we play and fundraiser, it's wonderful to be able to see and meet the young people that we're helping to contribute to change their lives. And that's really rewarding. I'd say those kinds of events are the cherry on top of the cake for us.
Yeah.
At least for me.
Yeah. The last one when we invited that girl on stage to sing, I think, what was X's and O's, I think she sang.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I can't remember.
And another one as well. That was a pretty good moment. That was pretty cool.
Yeah. I think that we all really, really benefit when we see people engaging in the audience. So Battle of the Bands is wonderful, and it's great because we're able to earn so much money. But I think the true reward for the band is at these fundraisers for EFNE, where we can see in person the people that we're helping, and we can also perform for them and
for sure.
Not only bring them education and a gift of that scholarship, but a little bit of fun and enjoyment as well. And rock and roll.
To be honest with you, so when we do those big live events, those are fun because, that's what you've been gearing up for the whole time. Mm-hmm. And, it's not just our energy, but then it's the energy, from everyone in the place, all the the spectators and the participants of the event. So those are really wonderful, but I can honestly say that it actually starts in rehearsal, right? Because you rehearse a song, you run through it 1 or 2 times. If the band is not feeling it, then we don't even try to perfect it, and move forward with it. So it really starts in rehearsals. Those times when sort of Matthew or even Giovanni will just start playing a riff on the guitar, and we'll be like, oh, that sounds good. What's that? And he's like, and you could tell he was maybe thinking about it to come and present it to us and stuff like that, to get things going. We have some really great rehearsals.
No, it's an interesting point about, Giovanni or Frank going off on a riff or Matthew, because while these songs are covers, you guys are still able to put your own twist on it and make it the band, make it almost
Exactly. And so it really does start behind the scenes with us sort of, like you said, putting our spin to it, putting our stamp on it a little bit. So
too deep. I say too long. Oh, yeah, yeah. Well, you wreck me, baby. Yeah, you break me too. But you move me, honey. Oh, yes, you do. Girl at the high school dance. You, wherever you go, and just play dumb, whatever I know. Oh, 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 yeah. You wreck me, baby. Yeah, you break me too. But you rule me, honey. Oh, yes, you do. You wreck me, baby. Yeah, you break me too. Oh, but you move me, honey. Oh, yes, you do. You've been thunderstruck.